Greetings, everyone. This is Kamishita. Welcome to my corner, Kamishita's Corner, and I am the traveling spiritual soaper. And today we will be making cranberry soap. Well, actually, that was my plan to make some cranberry soap. But then I realized I didn't have enough cranberry scent. So I decided to make a mixture of cranberry and apple. Since I was going to make 2 loaves, 1 cranberry, 1 apple, figured, well, I have enough of both, so I can mix the scents together. One part of the soap will be cranberry scented, and the other part will be apple scented. I'll kind of mix it together. I think that's going to smell pretty good. So anyway, welcome to my channel. Thank you for hanging out with me on my corner today, and I will be making soap. All right, so all of my oils are in my container here. I added a little titanium dioxide because I'm using some shea butter that was yellow. So it had a bit of a yellow tinge and I didn't want it to be that yellow. And I'm just making sure it's mixed well. Excuse the noise. Alright, so I got my lye sitting here already, mixed up and just waiting to be added. I have my colorant. I think I'm going to add the colorant to the bowl one time. So this color is going to be, I didn't want to use that much. This color is going to be a Berry Twist, one of my new colorants, Berry Twist. This is from a new company that I haven't used yet. It's a mica. And if you watched any of my other videos, you know how I am with micas. Sometimes the micas don't work well with me. So we're hoping that these micas actually stay the color that it is. We're going to find out. Me and micas don't do well together. So the other color, I want it to be this. This is I can't read it. Clearbone green. Anyway, it's a nice green. It looks like an apple green to me. So we'll see. So half is going to be that color, half is going to be this color. We're going to have 2 different scents. And I think this is going to come out wonderful. I am predicting that it is going to come out wonderful. So, how rude of these cars around here to just be beeping so loud. I don't know if you guys heard that, but Lord. Anyway. So if this is your first time, welcome to my channel, hanging out on the corner with me. If you're a repeat hangout on the corner, welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. You can hit that subscribe button, click the notifications bell, so every time I upload a video, you'll be sure to get notified. Now, what am I doing? I want to make sure I have all the scents together, because sometimes I forget to add the fragrance. That's not a good thing. All right. No, I didn't need to move that. Actually, I want that there. What I want to do is add my lye. I'm adding in the lye. And yes, lye can be dangerous. That's why we have on our trusty dusty gloves. And that is why I have on my glasses. I don't have long sleeves, but I'm careful enough to be okay with that. Sometimes they say you should have long sleeves, but I never work with long sleeves. And there are no little people or pets about, so I'm not concerned about that. Anytime you're making soap, you are using a caustic material such as sodium hydroxide, which is lye. Common name is lye. And yes, if it gets on your skin, it will burn you. Yes, it will. So you really don't want it on your skin. I'm going to lift this off the table because that's making a lot of noise. Okay. So I'm not going to blend this too much. I just really want it to hold the emulsion and not separate. And it's already looking like it's trying to come to trace. because I have a lot I'm going to be, well, it's not a lot, but I have enough that I'm going to do that I want it to not be too, I want half of it to be one and half of it to be the other. So I think I want to try to even this out. And this is it's about the same in diameter, is it? Yeah, it's about the same in diameter. So if it's the same height, then it should be even amounts. So at least I think I got that right. So just a tad bit more. I'm eyeballing it. So if it's not 100% even, it's okay. But I want it to be as even as possible. So we're mixing this. I'm not going to blend it, at least not yet. I'm going to mix it with my spoon. And I'm really hoping that this color sticks and it doesn't morph on me like some of the other micas tend to do. Am I in the screen? Yes, I am. This is a really, really nice color. I'm loving my new colorants. That might be my new store for getting colorants, because they had a whole lot and they were really nice. And I hear about this company all the time. I'm not saying the company's name because I really try not to advertise for people. Unless, of course, you know, they're paying me. No one's paying me, so I'm not trying to advertise it. But, okay, so this has some lumps in here that will have to blend out. I don't know if you can see them. I don't know. You might be able to see some. But anyway, we're going to stick blend this, just not right now. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick blend it after I put my fragrance. So far, the coloring is holding. Nice little berry flavor. Color. I'm bugging. Flavor. Okay, I'm just looking at the bottom because sometimes when you don't mix the coloring in, it kind of gets stuck to the bottom. And it did in this corner over here. It's a little bit just kind of stuck on the bottom. Let me check again. Yep, I got it. Okay. So I'm going to put that there. Now, what I want this side to be is to look like green apple. So, I'm going to make it green. And I can't pronounce this coloring. It's Clebone. I think it's Clebone. Anyway, that's what it looks like. So, oh, I should have, you know what? Let's take that out. So, that we don't have to clean that off with coloring. Just sit that in there for now. And I'm going to get another spatula for this one. So this is going to be the apple, of course, and that's going to be the cranberry. So yes, if you decide to ever make soap and you don't have enough of one fragrance, you could try this too. Just take 2 fragrances, you can do 2 different colors, and you can just put them together, especially if they smell like scents that will blend well. Some stuff just kind of won't blend too well. Yeah, I like this green. I never really buy green because I would just mix some of the blue that I have. I have like ultramarine blue and I have a yellow, and I would make my green that way and sometimes add a little bit of spirulina to make it darker. But I decided, no, I'll just get a green and save myself all of that fuss and hassle of, okay, so this is not fully mixed. It's a nice color, but I think both of them are gonna get a little bit deeper when I stick blend it, because the powder is not fully mixed, incorporated, but it's mixed enough for me. Let me check the bottom, just making sure there are no globs stuck at the bottom. All right, so just close this. Put that back over there. All right, so we're just gonna mix this in. We're gonna add the fragrance. I'm gonna do that last after I stick blend. Now, I don't want to have to clean off too much, so I think I'm going to go from the green to the berry color, and I think that'll be good. A lot of times when you don't want to have to clean in between, clean the stick blender in between, you want to go from the lightest color to the darkest color so it doesn't really matter too much when it mixes. Get the air bubbles out from underneath there so it doesn't blend any air into your soap. Watch the noise. Okay, now this is thickening up nicely. Not too much so far still. It's a nice fluid consistency, and let's hope it stays that way until I'm ready for it to get thicker. All right, I'm going to move that out of the way, and I'm going to move this out of the way, and let's see what happens here. Yes, it's still flowy. Oh, and I am making a mess. Push that off to the side. Get the air bubbles out of there, and didn't get any darker. Oh, it actually kind of got a little lighter, which is interesting. I didn't want it that light, but ooh, this is thickened up even more than the other one. Could be that it's in, well, I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Maybe I blended this more. Could be the coloring, could be anything, who knows. Alright, so I'm going to take this out of here. This down. I don't think I'm going to need that stick blender anymore, because when I put the fragrance in, I can put the fragrance in with, I can blend the fragrance with my spatula or spoon. Alright, so we have our two colors. Nice. I'm just going to try to do what they call a mica line. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, scent. Well, let me do this one first. So I kind of measured. And I'm going to make sure I have the same amount of fragrance on both sides. So I'm going to, am I doing that off? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. That's okay. All right. So I just want to make sure that both sides have equal amounts of fragrance. Equal amounts. I'm measuring off screen. I apologize. Oh, this apple smells really, really good. Wait, oh, I got everything off screen, don't I? All right, this apple smells really, really good. Let's mixy, 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 mixy. Let's do both hands at the same time. Oh, I can't. That's actually kind of hard. Oh, that smells really good. I love the apple. You know, that's the first time I'm doing apple in all these years of making soap. I've never made apple soap. Who'd have thunk it? Okay, it's a little lumpy looking, which sometimes happens. So I'm gonna stick blend this just to make it more creamy and make sure that the scent blends in well. That happens sometimes. And this is a new scent, so I'm hoping that it doesn't accelerate, it doesn't rice, it doesn't do all those wonderful things that us soapers don't like to see happen. And oh, the cranberry smells really good. I think this is going to be a really nice combination. I'm really glad that I didn't have enough scent and I had to innovate. Okay, I think I'm going to do a mica line, so give me a minute. I'll be right back. I'm back. right, so I decided, yes, I'm going to do a mica line, and I'm going to do it with a colorant called Red Vibrance. And, you know what? Let me put this aside once, because I'm going to do that after I get it in. Oh! I walked away for a minute, and look, it's really, really thick. Okay, gotta move quickly. Gotta move quickly. Okay, so I gotta stick blend this one more time. And it's okay if this is a little bit thick, only because when I do the mica line, I want it to have cute little peaks in between, but I think I need to move a little bit quicker. Because the mica line, I don't want the other half to get this thick. Well, if it does, it's okay. I can probably still figure it out, work it out, but it might be hard. It might be a little bit more difficult. A little bit more difficult. So, let's move quickly. The bottom part having a nice stiff consistency is fine. That looks still runny. Well, not runny, but loose enough. Sometimes it's the fragrance that makes it, you know, change the consistency and start to really heat up. Okay, so I'm going to put this in. Now, the good thing about doing a mica line is you put like a, well, let me explain to you what that is. It's like putting a line of colorant in between the two colors, in between the layers. And so when you cut each bar, it kind of looks like a line has gone through it. A pencil has been written on each bar of soap. When you see the cut, you'll understand better. It might be hard to explain without actually seeing it. If you don't already know what that is, it might be kind of hard to explain it. And I decided I was going to make soap during the daytime. Why, I don't know. Knowing that this place over here, all kinds of noise coming from outside. It always sounds like I'm in the street. Yes, this is my corner, but my corner is not actually in the street. Although you'd never know by listening to the sounds. You'd think I'm outside, hanging on the street. I promise you I'm not. All right, so, as I was saying, the good thing about doing mica lines is sometimes you want all of the, like you want like peaks. You don't want to even, you don't always want even line of soap. Wait, I want it to get into all the corners. So let's make sure that has happened. Okay, let's bang this down. Just want to make sure it's in all the corners. You want there to be a little bit of peaks in there, so that you have to work around as far as the mica line. And you don't want to put too much either. And sometimes that can be kind of tricky. And then you want the other layer to be loose enough so that it can cover the top. Now you don't want the mica line to be too heavy. You do want to get it into the corners at the same time. So this is actually, wait, I'm trying to think if I've done this technique before. I've seen it, but I don't think I've ever done it myself. If I have, it was a long time ago, and I hadn't tried it since. So I'm not really that proficient with doing a mica line. because then you don't want the bars to actually separate when you're cutting them. So I'm just going to replace this colorant back to its container that I didn't use. Okay, so I'm going to kind of clean this up a little bit. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. Okay, maybe I won't try to clean that up a little bit. Maybe I'll just... Oh, it's thick. Okay, let's see if I can get it loose again. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Ah, that smells good. Cranberry. Apple is on the bottom, cranberries on the top. Okay, it's nice and loose again, which is good. So now, and you want the soap to be fluid enough to get into, of course, the peaks without messing up the peaks. And that's why it's okay that the bottom layer is a little thick, so that the peaks will kind of stay. And that the top layer, it being more fluid, is a good thing, so that the soap can go in between the peaks. So I think I did a good job with that. And let's see. And it's still thick enough to do a nice textured top. A nice textured top. And this is it, people. Alright, so you have watched me make my cranberry apple soap with the pencil line. For all my new soap makers out there, you might not want to try this, but I hope you're making soap. I hope you guys who have taken my soap making class are actually out there practicing your new skills, practicing your soap making skills. And thank everyone for watching, all of you. Thank you for hanging out with me on my corner. I will return next week with another soap and spirituality video. This week was just plain soap making. I'm going to bang this down. I'll be right back. And I'm going to texture the top. Where's my spoon? Oh, duh. Okay, so let's see.
So it is still kind of runny, so it's not that textured. And I did dig into the peak a little bit. Didn't mean to. But we want to just do that on both sides. Just kind of a lift and drop, lift and drop. Mine is...
In the camera. Just a lift and drop, lift and drop. Alrighty, there we go. My cranberry apple soap. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.